Welcome to another ICP update. So ICP is still in the third wave move to the upside right here. It did get to the 1.618 level, but that's not enough for the third wave. We should get to at least the 200% extension at $9.44. And I believe right now, right here, we went in a fourth wave move of the third wave right here. And we should get to the 200% extension in the next wave, and then we will pretty much complete this, and then we'll get a much larger fourth wave move to the downside. Now, this fourth wave move to the upside should not last as long as the second wave did right here, because whenever the second wave is boring, the fourth one is usually not that boring, and, I'm expecting this fourth wave to be very, very quick. Obviously, I will give you a support zone for it once we top in the third wave, but right now I don't think we topped yet. As you can see, the RSI went from being overbought to being almost oversold, and the price did not really do that much. So, I still think we are going to get another high in the third wave right here. And just to remind you, we are currently in a much larger third wave move to the upside of this 1-2 setup that I have on the chart, and here is the target zone for that wave. Now obviously, these 5 waves that we need to complete right now, these will only be the 5 waves of this first wave move to the upside. And after we do get this first wave move, then of course you can expect an ABC structure to get a second wave move down. And then in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 setup to get a third wave, another ABC to get a fourth wave, and another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 setup to get a fifth wave and get somewhere in this target region right here. It needs to get to at least $16.16 to prove that something more bullish is going on, and honestly, if we do get to that level, I think that's going to confirm that the second wave, this main second wave right here, is actually in. That will also put us above the bull market support band, which would be very bullish because, as you can see, we have tried going above it multiple times in the past and we were not really able to. We got rejected by it multiple times. For example, here, then here, here, and right now we're about to test it again. So keep an eye on that. If we get rejected by it again, then I think we'll get another low in the second wave move down, which, like I said many times before, I don't think that's bearish. If we do get another low, I think that's going to be okay, as long as we hold the $2.80 level. So maybe we'll get another low. Do not forget, Bitcoin dominance has not topped yet. We are currently at about 57.40%, which is almost a new high for this cycle. So the high is currently at 57.8%. So once we get above that, I expect to get another crazy pump to like 60%, and then we'll get the altcoin season that everyone has been pretty much waiting for since we were down here in 2022. Now, of course, we do not have to get an altcoin season, but I think it's going to happen. Now, obviously, Bitcoin might not get to exactly 60%. It might get to like 59% or even 64%. So nobody knows where Bitcoin will go, but judging by what it did in the previous cycle, and I mean the Bitcoin dominance chart, if you check out what it did in the previous cycle, as you can see, it almost got to the 0.618 extension before getting the altcoin season right here. And I don't know if you can remember, but when this altcoin season happened, not only were the altcoins going up, but Bitcoin was going up as well. So altcoins were not going up on their own, which means that we also have to check out the Bitcoin chart to see where we are at right now. And I believe, well, let me zoom in. I believe we are still in a third wave move of a much larger first wave move to the upside. Well, actually, no, not the first wave move. It's a fifth wave move to the upside that I'm expecting. Let me zoom out again so we can get a better idea. So this fifth wave move to the upside will be the fifth wave of this third wave right here, and it could go much higher than this target region right here. Obviously, it could get like 100 to maybe even 150k, so it does not have to get exactly in this region, but I'm expecting the fifth wave of the main third wave to get somewhere in this region. And right now, I mean, of course, before doing that, we need to form 5 waves up to confirm that the fourth wave right here is actually in, and ideally we need to get a new all-time high as well. That will most likely confirm that this low is in. As you can see right now, we are getting rejected by the 1.272 level, which, is not really bearish because It's not a crazy rejection. And also, why am I talking about Bitcoin? Well, I think it's important to understand what Bitcoin is doing if we want to understand what ICP will be doing in the future. And right now, I can see Bitcoin going up quite a lot in the next couple of weeks to maybe a few months. And even though I'm expecting an altcoin season and I'm expecting ICP to start outperforming Bitcoin, that does not mean that during that time Bitcoin will go sideways. No. In order for ICP to go up, Bitcoin needs to go up with it. And usually an altcoin season means that Bitcoin goes up, but the altcoins go up more than Bitcoin does. So, altcoins, like I said, they do not go up on their own and they need Bitcoin. So keep that in mind. Now, if we do complete the third wave move to the upside right here, we should complete it maybe by October or so. I mean, I believe the Bitcoin dominance chart will top somewhere next month or maybe even this month. I'm not sure. And then we get the altcoin season. So we might get to $20 very, very soon if that's the case. If that's not the case, then like I said, you can expect another low. And if you look at the bull market support band, the green line is still below the red line on the 4-hour chart. And if you check out, for example, the weekly, it's also below there as well. So, for example, another coin that I'm covering on this channel, Cardano, already had a cross on the weekly chart, and I believe even on the daily. So, after it had that cross, we got a huge pump to the upside, which, by the way, I predicted. And I believe something similar will happen with ICP as well. So, of course, we got a pump here as well. You cannot deny it, but we did not have a cross yet. But I believe it's coming very, very soon because I think the green line will start doing something like this and the red line will start doing something like this. And then whenever the green line gets above the red line again, that's when ICP will start going crazy. And of course, it does not have to happen exactly after we get the cross. So we might go sideways for like 2 weeks or maybe even a month before we actually do something. For example, like we did right here, as you can see here, we got a cross. The green line of the bull market support band went above the red line. And even though that happened, I mean, we did not really get a crazy pump after that. And as you can see, it took some time for the chart to actually realize that we got a cross. And also something interesting is that the last time this happened, the last time we had a cross was in September of last year. Is that not interesting? So we're about to have a cross in September of this year, and we had one last year as well. So, maybe things are just repeating, If you even look at the RSI, the weekly RSI of the ICP chart, as you can see, when we got the cross right here, the RSI was at a level of 32, which, of course, it was quite low, but we have to keep in mind this was the bear market low. And right now, we did not get a cross yet, and we are at an RSI of 46. And we are not overbought, but the price is quite high right now, and it's almost like 300% up from this low right here, which is very, very good. Also, if you look at the weekly RSI again, as you can see, we got above the yellow line, which is a good sign, but you have to keep in mind that we did it multiple times in the past and we got rejected. So if we do get rejected by the red line again, then it's most likely going to start going down again, which most likely means that we will get another low in the second wave move down. It's like I said, it's not going to be bearish, but I don't want to see it happen, honestly. I think the low is in, but I'm not sure. I need 5 waves up first. Now, if we do get 5 waves up, and if we do get to maybe this high right here and touch the 0.236 extension of the previous all-time high, these 5 waves up will only form a first wave move of a much larger third wave move to the upside right here. And I don't know where the third wave will go. Honestly, it could go anywhere because third waves are usually very, very crazy. So I cannot give you a prediction for the third wave, but the minimum target for the third wave is the $39 level. So we should get to that level very, very easily. If we don't, then yeah, I'm not gonna expect a new all-time high in this cycle for ICP. But right now I see no reason to think that we will not get an all-time high because, I'm expecting Bitcoin to go to like 200 to maybe even 300K, and that would put its market cap at about, let's say, $5 to $6 trillion. And in order for ICP to break this high right here, I believe we only need a market cap of like 40 to 50 billion. So, you know, it's not unrealistic for ICP to go up 10 to 15x from where it's at right now if Bitcoin will go to like a market cap of 5 to 6 trillion dollars. And in a very, very bullish scenario, we could even get to like a $100 billion market cap, which I don't know where that would put the price, but I think that would put the price somewhere between the 2.618 and the 1.618 extension I have on the chart. And, you know, is that unrealistic? I don't think so. But, you know, I have to see what the chart does before I give you crazy predictions. But you know, right now support levels are being respected, which is a good sign, and we are very close to getting a cross on the bull market support band, so we need to watch that. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Check out our Patreon and the YouTube memberships if you want access to all of our charts. And thank you for the support. I will see you in the next one.